Hello guys, and welcome to the second video tutorial, League of Legends tutorial, the champion spotlight, featuring champion called Oriana. Oriana is also an AP mage, mostly played mid lane, also viable as a support. Her abilities fully scale of ability power, and basically she's one of those where even if you're behind, you can still use your ultimate to make some cool plays in team fights and win the team fight and even the game. So as you can see right now, I'm using her Q ability. That's her main ability. It tosses the ball around, and you just saw me use the W ability, which makes a circle on the ground and gives me a speed boost and also slows my enemies. So Q is the, I don't know what the actual name of the ability is, but it just tosses the ball, and your W kind of detonates the ball, if you understand me. So a good combo for poke is Q and then instantly W if your Q it hits, of course. Your E ability is a shield that it makes the ball jump to you and shields you. You can also use that on any other ally. Your E goes very well with your ulti, which you just saw me use there. It brings all close enemies to everyone who's close to the ball, just brings them together. So what I mean that your E is useful with your ulti is when you have your ultimate and you have your E. Let's say we have a fed or a strong Malphite. What you could do is you could E your Malphite, and when he ults into the enemies, let's say he knocks up 3 people, then you use your ulti and it brings those 3 people again in the air and together. So that's a lot of CC, and by the time that they can react to that, I believe that your ADC can clean up the fight. So I forgot to explain her passive. Her passive does damage, your auto attacks deal more and more damage the more you auto attack the same target. So that's really useful in the early game for poking, and also if you get ahead, it's really good for poking no matter the situation. So counterplay against Oriana, you in the early game you want to avoid her Qs and her auto attacks. That will hurt a lot. Also, in the clip you're watching right now, I show you how strong Oriana can be when zoning people off. As you can see, you should never group that close together, because Oriana just excels at picking targets that are close together. She just pops that Q, W, ulti, and by the time that's done, if you have 40% cooldown reduction, you will all get deleted. So you don't want to do that. Stay separate. So in team fights, stay separate. So her ulti hits as least people as possible. And I think that's the most. Just try to dodge her abilities. Try to not get her too fed, because she's really strong as a laner. Also, if you can zone her, you're still gonna have a hard time, because she will just keep on farming, because if she gets the blue buff and if she has a decent amount of mana regen, then well, they're kind of screwed, because she will just keep farming, get ahead that way, and she's a really strong champion now. So I think you see me get a quadra here. It's on bots, but it just shows up how much power Oriana actually has. Now, some playing as Oriana, it's like the opposite of counterplaying. So you just want to hit as many Qs and Ws as possible. Use your shield as a poking ability as well, not just your shield ability. Try to get as many people with your ulti, and just make sure that you can poke them down even before team fights. So now that we covered that section, I'm gonna explain some counters. Oriana, at least for me, struggles against Syndra and LeBlanc the most. I'm also having a hard time against Zed, because he's just very mobile. Even if you ulti, he can just jump out of there. Even if he gets caught, he can still shadow out. Now, she is really strong against champions like Annie, Katarina, Heimerdinger, even Lux and Karthus. Karthus is actually pretty easy, but against Lux mostly because against Lux is a good counter, because even if she has that shield, you can just keep on poking and poking and poking. You can't they can't do much about it. So I believe this is it for this video. I could actually explain the build path a little bit. Like most of the time when I play, I rush the Morelicons or whatever that item is called, or the unholy thing. Let me look it up. What it's called. Ability power. Come quickly before the video ends. Ateen's unholy grail, yes, because with every assist and kill, you get your mana back. So that's extremely useful in team fights, of course, because she's pretty mana hungry, so you want to avoid that. So the video is over, so is the commentary. I hope you guys liked this, and thanks for watching again, and see you in the next episode of this. Bye.